Hi, I'm Shauna Burnett. I'm the owner of Epic Ultra Lounge, and you are watching Leak TV. Epic is, I don't know, we do a lot of things here, but we're mostly known for our live music. We're very supportive when it comes to the musicians and artists in the city, outside the city. That's pretty much what we're known for. We're known for our tacos. Oh my God. The fish is probably the #1 seller, and the shrimp and crab taco. Our chicken is amazing, our fish is amazing. So all around amazing at Epic. It's funny, my husband got me in this industry. He always wanted, not so much a nightclub, but he wanted a tea bar, coffee house with live music. So that's probably why you see so much of that going on around here. We have our turn up nights and our club nights, of course, but I got into this industry because of him. When we first started, it was Tantrum Ultra Lounge, and we came in as 50% owners. We wasn't quite for sure if we wanted to like buy the whole business because we had never been in a nightclub business before. We probably found early on, maybe in 5-6 months in, that we wanted our own situation and we were ready for this business. Legally, it was a lot of things that we had to go through, and we eventually bought our own liquor license and put that liquor license in escrow and started, Epic Ultra Lounge, which was the best thing that we could have ever did. I was in the shoe business. I own Signature shoes. So we started on 54th and Keystone. Then we moved to Castleton. That was scary just because it was, it was prime retail area. A lot of people, I think, put failure on me before I could even start because, the lease was high. And I knew what I was capable of doing though, but I was in the shoe business. And when we bought Epic, we were still in the shoe business. At that time, we had already got into developing our own brand, which was Pierre Phillips Shoes. And when our lease was up in Castleton, we moved into Las Vegas, Nevada, and it kind of just, skyrocketed from there. I didn't want to do anything else in life but be a singer. That's all I wanted to do as a little girl. My grandfather was probably my biggest fan. He would push me, and then he would scare me at the same time and tell me I was shy, and I always wanted to sing, but I was shy to sing in front of people, and he'd say, Shauna, if you don't use it, you lose it. So he shouldn't have never told me that. You couldn't shut me up at family functions, family reunions, whatever. So that probably is, a big part of it. I have uncles, I had great uncles that played for Nat King Cole and a lot of different people, wrote music for these people. My husband is a recording engineer. He went to engineer school. He had his own record label. He had music groups. So, I think we were passionate about it anyways. It was a given. If we had a venue, whether it was a lounge, a bar, a tea bar, live music would be a big core of it. I'm gonna focus on the live music scene. I think the big thing with that was, I remember a time when we started Soulful Sundays, and it was something I was just so passionate about. And my husband was too. But I remember at the end of the night going into the count room and him screaming, this is a money pit. You just take the money, you make it, you just put it in the hole. It's like, what, making them, I'm like, you just gotta give it time, make it work. And I was just so in my mind, it's like I dreamt about the vision of it just being something bigger. I believed in it, and I just kind of tapped on a few doors and talked to a few people, and I just seen the hunger and the drive. And I knew if I collected the right group of people that believed in it like I believed in it, that it would become something so big. And it has. Soulful Sundays went from having 5 to 8 people inside to now not having no seats and standing room only. And then we added the Go-Go Dancers. The Go-Go Dancers is an amazing piece of what Epic represents. The girls are professional. They work hard at what they do in their craft. And adding them has definitely enhanced what we're doing like to a whole other level. Have good people around you and good energy. You know, people that's gonna push and motivate you and genuinely, I'm saying genuinely, want to see you be great and want to see you win. That is a big part for me. If I have that around me, I'm cool. I don't need absolutely nothing or nobody else. So that right there is just like number one for me. Example, the pandemic, you know, when it went on, it was just like, okay, you can't have anybody inside, no customers, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And my husband would tell me every day, he would say, Shauna, open the kitchen. And I'm like, open the kitchen? Who's gonna come and buy food? Like, you know, it just didn't make sense. And I couldn't see the money, you know what I mean, and how it was gonna help me with staying and to keep this place open. And he said, man, they love that food. They love the chicken, they love the taco, just open the kitchen. So I was terrified to bring my staff back to work. I was terrified to be around, you know, other people. So I knew that if I opened that kitchen, that it would be me. So I had just me here. I was taking the orders on the phone. It took me about 2 weeks, and I went ahead and listened to them. I opened. It was just me. I was taking the orders, cooking the orders, running the orders out, and then I had Mike Patton. He's a local photographer here in the city, legend. Everybody knows Mike. And he would come in here with me every day. And he was, you know, Mike's a little older, so, you know, he was worried about the pandemic. He was worried about catching COVID. So we both was running in here, put your mask on, you're too close to people. Like, we worked it out together. He probably seen me go through more than my children see me go through. And I made it happen. I think I want to say maybe 3 weeks in, the line was so long outside, I felt bad that it was taking an hour to get people their orders. So I sat here one day by myself, I cried, I thought to myself, I'm like, what can I do? And I worried about the musicians, I worried about the artists, and I'm like, man, they're not working right now. Some of them, that's all they have as a paycheck. And I called Tamika Keys from Key Karaoke, and I said, can you just like maybe set up some speakers outside and maybe talk, sing to the customers, whatever. And it was weird because it was like, is this really gonna work? And it did. Like, her voice is amazing. She sat out there, and the next thing you know, they was posting and resharing it. And I don't know if people was pulling up just to eat or eat and get some live music, because of course, you know, the outside was pretty much closed down. It got so big that we had to move it from right here to the back of the parking lot, because we got to 600-700 people every weekend. It was amazing, and I think that if it wasn't for my customers, my believers, my supporters, I wouldn't be here. The first thing that I'm gonna say is when I was in the retail business, everybody, you know, outside of where I'm from would tell me, you know your market, know your industry, and all these different things. That's important and it's really big, but I want people and inspiring entrepreneurs, dreamers, because I'm a dreamer, my husband is a dreamer, to not only just look at that, because I realized that in the shoe business, knowing your market, okay? It was like, you know, who wants this and who really is for this high-end shoe brand? there's nowhere in Indianapolis to really go every day and wear $1,000, $2,000 shoes. But then I realized that people really wanted that, and they was traveling outside the city to get it, and you know, Miami, you could go as close as Chicago, Las Vegas, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? It's needed here because we don't have it. Like, you can't walk in the store and just buy a whole snakeskin, full leg boot. So in this industry, I think that people have a big problem with comparing to other people. What I do here at Epic is I wake up every day not going to the internet, not going to text messages, not going to people that think they know the business and listening and watching. What I do is I create on my own. I sit in this empty room. Sometimes I sit in this empty room and I sit by myself because no noise. You know, and I always have a new idea or a new creation, and I never worry about what somebody else thinks or, you know, that's not gonna work here. They told me that with Signature Shoes, and I was pulling in over $200,000 every 6-7 months. Like, all I'm saying is believe in yourself first. You know what I mean? It only takes one person outside of that to believe in you. And for that person to tell somebody and tell somebody and tell somebody. And that is the best advice I can give to anybody that is inspiring or wanting to start a new business. It's great. I think when I was in the shoe business, it was, you know, he was there as a supporter in the beginning because it was, he didn't, you know, he's a numbers guy, so if he can't see the money and see it make sense, then, you know, he's not as interested, but very much supportive. With this business, it was easy to work with him because it was his dream, and his dream was coming alive, and it was like he could see it, and it was like, wow. So I think I rode off of that. Even though I was a creator, we used to do events year round anyways, outside of, you know, before we got in this business. So, you know, we knew what it took to entertain and to get the people in the door. But running the business was, you know, different. It's a lot of parts to it. You know, I think we probably make it look easy, but it's not. But as far as like running it with him, we both were like very much into making people smile and feel good. So to see him working one side of the room and me working the other side of the room, made it so much easier, man. It's beautiful. I love working with him. Even where he is now, like I know, like, you know, my husband is incarcerated, but he's very much a part of this business. I still do all of my meetings with my husband. I still put everything past him before I go into, okay, step 1, 2, 3, and 4. We very much do everything together, and it's beautiful, man. I wouldn't want it any other way.